What's going on, everybody? Jason here, and today I'll be going over the 2022 Mazda CX-5. If you enjoy reviews like these, don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button for more videos just like this. That being said, let's jump right into the 2022 Mazda CX-5 and see what it's all about. New for 2022, the CX-5 gets nice exterior design changes for its headlights and taillights. You also have a new trim called Sport Design, which you're looking at. This gives you additional styling enhancements which make the CX-5 stand out even more. Starting with the standard safety features that you get with the CX-5 include Smart City Brake Support, Advanced Blind Spot Monitoring, Rear Cross Traffic Alert, Pedestrian Detection, Distance Recognition Support System, Forward Obstruction Warning, Lane Keep Assist System, and your Lane Departure Warning System. And the nice thing is, all of these come with even the base trim. But if you get the Sport Design, then you're also going to get your traffic sign recognition system and your traffic jam assist. Now, for the different trims you can get with the CX-5 include GX, GS, Kuro, GT, Sport Design, and Signature. Each trim has its own unique features and styling without you having to break the bank. So there's something for everybody. As for the exterior on the CX-5, like I mentioned, it has unique stylish features that make it stand out. But with this Sport Design trim, you get lots of features right out the gate, such as your signature wing grille surrounded with a black finish, and then you also have this grille design matrix accent in red, which actually dates back to the first generation MX-5 Miata. On the lower portion, the front lower bumper is also finished in this brilliant black, and you can't forget about the LED signature lighting. Plus, you've got these nice 19-inch black metallic wheels which look really nice. And even your wheel arcs, rather than being that cheap plastic, it's also finished in the brilliant black, along with your side mirrors which are also in the brilliant black, and they're also power folding. You've got your body color door handles, and the black button you see there is for your keyless entry. Now, coming to the rear, you can't forget about these stunning LED rear tail lights, and then you have your typical Mazda badging, CX-5 all-wheel drive badging, and your Sky Active and Turbo badging as well. Along the bottom, you've got more of that brilliant black finish, and also with the Sport Design, your exhaust outlets are actually increased in diameter. Opening up the rear, you have a decent amount of room to put literally whatever you want to back here, so you can actually fit you and your family pretty comfortably. The only other things that you have back here are your latches to fold down the second row seats, also a charging port back here. Got this nice looking plastic mat with the CX-5 badging. Lifting up the mat, underneath you have your spare tire and all your roadside safety equipment. Moving to the interior, just like the exterior, you have a nice interior as well. Starting at the bottom, you have a little bit of room for storage along with your speaker, and then you'll notice with the Sport Design trim, you have red accent stitching throughout the cabin, along with the decorative front and rear door panels in black with a hexagonal pattern. You also got these nice looking yet comfortable seats with the red stitching, so your passengers back here are not only comfy but also get some style too. And these rear seats are heated as well, which does come standard, and I'll show you where the heated seat buttons are because they're in a very unique place. Folding down the handrest, you have cup holders, and like I was saying, I've never seen this, but your rear heated seat buttons are on the actual handrest. Opening up the storage section, you have an area for small items along with USB ports. Behind the driver and passenger seats, you have mat pockets for that additional storage. And on the rear center console area, you have just your venting, where typically you would have heated seat buttons and USB ports. Heading into the front, you have the same door panel layout, just with the bigger storage area at the bottom. And also with this trim, you get the Bose premium sound system, which sounds amazing. For the front seats, just like the rear seats, these are super comfortable, especially for those long family trips. Plus, you can't forget about that nice red stitching. Also for your front seats, these will be ventilated seats, which is a plus, and you get a 10-way power driver seat including lumbar support with memory, and a 6-way passenger seat. Underneath, just your foot pedals and your hood latch release along with the gas cap release. Above that is the trunk release button and lane departure assist button. You also have these nice looking premium CX-5 floor mats. The steering wheel, however, is manual adjustable. Now, as you enter into the Mazda CX-5, your dash is covered in soft and plastic sections. Plus, you get a heads-up display, which is very convenient while you're driving. For the center gauge cluster, it's a 7-inch LCD display, and like any other vehicle, you can display different pieces of information position for your CX-5 in the center there. However, I do wish that this was a fully digital gauge cluster as it's 2022 now, but it still looks clean. The steering wheel itself is wrapped in leather with more of that red stitching and a nice design overall. On the left side, you have the audio, radio, and Bluetooth controls, while on the right side, you have the cruise control, distance, and the lane keep assist buttons. If you look closely, there are also paddle shifters hidden away behind the steering wheel, which do come with the turbo engine option. Behind, you just have your typical exterior lighting controls along with your wiper controls. On the center console area, it's a decent size, and if you open it up, you have USB ports along with a 12-volt outlet with a bit of deep storage area. In front of that, you will have your 2 cup holders for the front, along with an electronic parking brake and auto hold. Beside that are your media controls, followed by your gear shifter and the My Drive modes. This gives you 3 options to pick from, which is Sport, Normal, and Off-Road. You also notice this in the center gauge cluster area, which will change according to what you pick. Further up, you will get a wireless phone charger and another 12-volt outlet. Above that will be your heating and cooling temperature controls with the heated and vented seat buttons, along with the heated steering wheel button a bit further up. I do have to say, I do like the interior design along the dash because it does feel very, very classy. And then you have your 10.25-inch screen, which unfortunately is not a touchscreen, but regardless, this is a very clear screen. And you have different things that you can go into and adjust. For example, you have your information section, which gives you info about the CX-5. Then you've got your usual AM, FM, Sirius XM channels, followed by your Bluetooth setup, and surprisingly, a very responsive and nice looking navigation screen. Under your settings, you can control the heads-up display, sound settings, safety features, vehicle settings, connectivity, and system settings. So there's a lot of things that you can kind of fine-tune to your liking. Up top, you just have your dimmable rear view mirror, followed by your interior lighting controls and the sunroof controls, which does come standard with the CX-5 Sport Design. Coming over to the passenger side, in the storage compartment, it's a decent size to fit your usual manuals and small books. Now, when it comes to what powers the CX-5 Sport Design, this particular one does have the optional Skyactiv G2.5T engine, which is going to give you 256 horsepower and 320 foot-pound of torque, but that's going to be on 93 octane of fuel. However, on 87 octane fuel, it's going to lower your horsepower to 227 and your foot-pound of torque down to 310. And if you go with just the standard engine, which is the Skyactiv G2.5, this will give you 187 horsepower with 186 foot-pound of torque. So if you're looking for more power while being comfy, you should definitely look into upgrading your engine. Here is the spec sheet for this particular CX-5 Sport Design that I have. The pricing starts from $30,500 and goes all the way up to $43,650 for the highest trim. And the one that I'm testing here, after options, freight, and PDE, comes to $44,750. And that does it for this 2022 Mazda CX-5 Sport Design. Let me know what you think of this. Do you love it or do you hate it? And would you actually go ahead and pick this over the competitors for the CX-5? Let me know in the comments below.